Thank you. I am here tonight, and I'm very grateful that I am here tonight, to say a little bit about a man who meant a lot to me in my career as a broadcaster of Orioles baseball. Senior was all man and a wide, strong as could be, intelligent, and hard-nosed as a man ever gets. He sat with me nights and talked to me frequently about baseball. But I must be honest with you, there were a few bottles of beer between us. But I will tell you one story about Senior. I think maybe some of you have heard it. It's one that I'll never forget. I can't even remember the city we were in. But I was sitting in a cafe, a beer room with Senior, and we were sipping a little bit. And a gentleman came over with a youngster who might be 8 years old, something like that. And he asked, "Mr. Ripken, could you be kind enough to sign my baseball for my son?" And Cal looked at him. He said, "Sir, I thank you very much, but I think we could find a better time." And I thought that was a little strange. And the gentleman and his son left. And about 2 or 3 minutes later, I got a bang on the leg, and Ripken would do that. He'd nail you and knock you right off a seat. He said, "Bub, I'll be right back." And he left. So I followed him. He went up into the lobby of the hotel, and he found that man and his son. And he said to the gentleman, he said, "Son," he said, "happy to see you." He said, and turned to the dad, and he said, "Dad, I'll be very happy to sign anything that you have for this young man." He said, "But there is one thing I think I must tell you. I do not think that taking a young man into the bar room to get a signed baseball is the right thing to do." He said, "I'll sign it for you." And he sat with him for about a half an hour, well, not quite that long. And finally, the father's son walked over to me and he said, "I want to say thank you, but it's awfully hard to recognize what you do when you walk into a thorough-going professional and a person who is all man." And that's Cal Ripken Sr. He is about as much as I've ever seen of what we used to call the old man. He's got all of his characteristics, but I must say, quite frankly, he was somewhat better baseball than his father. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an award which is to be handed to Cal.
Cal, in honor of your father, who played such an important role in the Orioles organization, Mr. Mitch's Angelos had this portrait commissioned as a retirement gift for you. It's an original portrait of Cal Sr. from the very talented artist Intoy Guinness, who is known for his amazing lifelike reproductions of legends such as Roberto Clemente, Muhammad Ali, and others. Thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Angelos.